Danny, your thoughts on the performance in the night overall?
4 awful goals to concede. Not one of them was really them carving us open. Obviously they're a very good championship team, and you saw that from the quality they had, but I think when you look back at our 4 goals, they're 4 goals that we've given them on a plate and haven't defended them well at all. We had a couple of chances to score, maybe could have pulled the trigger earlier. So both boxes, I thought, it was disappointing really. Some of the play was very good. If you look second half, really at 2-0, we still had them pending a lot, and half, but it means nothing. It's all about the score, isn't it? And we've lost 4-0. And you've got no qualms because we've given away 4 poor goals. Whether it's West Brom today or sort of Notts County Saturday, you can't afford to defend like that at times as a team. So that's disappointing. And it's a shame really, because we brought so many supporters, and it was hopefully going to be written in the stars to cause an upset, and fantastic. But when you are brought to these sort of places for a replay, they're tough. They're tough, but it isn't helped when sadly you give away some poor goals. But to be fair to lads, they didn't stop trying. No one hid. They kept going right to the end. It just been a real shame we didn't manage to give those supporters a goal to cheer like we did at Chelsea last year.
There's a hint of frustration in your voice that you've kind of been solid mostly defensively all season, and yet tonight on the night you've just given them 4 goals really.
Well, listen, we don't have a choice, but if you're going to give away poor goals, we'd rather give them away tonight than Saturday against Notts County. But we didn't want to come here tonight and lose, and we certainly want to come and give away some poor goals. So yeah, it's frustration. The manager was rightly angry in the dressing room at half time and at the end about the goals conceded and the fact we didn't pull the trigger earlier and get some shots off and cause some goals. But he was also quite pleased with some of the play we had. We have to be realistic. This is a championship team we're playing against, but we still we conceded 7 goals in 2 games against them. Whoever that is, to be successful this season, we need to stop that from happening going forward.
Yeah, the manager, was that the first of his ban? I mean, I know how many long matches it is for.
We got it through quite late notice from the FA, so obviously we were allowed constant contact with the manager today. He was sitting up there via phones, etc. So, and that'll be the same for Notts County. And obviously, you look at a game like this, and obviously you prefer it the manager was on the sideline. But when it's this many people here, sometimes it's hard to get your message on anyway. But me and Gary were certainly getting his message on through the communication we had.
You touched on before there was areas of Chesterfield play which were really good tonight, and is that something to go forward for Saturday? Yeah,
I thought that. I think the lad Ajay from was giving it away a few times in the first half, and I think we didn't really capitalise on the counter-attacks as well as we should do. Dobbs and Kwasi and Bailey made some great little movements down the left side, and we just didn't, I won't say we wasted it, but obviously didn't capitalise on it, didn't get a shot on goal, didn't make the goalie make a good save, so that's disappointing. That's my biggest thing. I don't think we capitalise on their mistakes tonight, and they capitalise on our mistakes. So it's like anything, our priority is to get out of this league. And sometimes, like the gaffer always says, you need to go for a bit of pain, and those 4 goals tonight were a bit of pain because they were avoidable.
It's 1-0 at half time. I mean, 10 minutes into the second half, and it's 3-0, isn't it? Was that key?
Yeah, I think when it goes to 2-0, it's tough. It's tough. I think if it's 1-0 with the last 10 minutes, when we're getting a few corners, and I don't think he probably makes the amount of changes he makes. I think at 2-0 he probably thought, we're comfortable from the West Brom point of view, so he can start rotating players and bringing on his big hitters to stretch their legs, which makes things probably a bit more tougher for us. So yeah, I think the second goal in any game kills you, but especially away at a very strong team like West Brom.
And a rare mistake as well. Jeff King backheeling in his own penalty area as well. Not just got to single him out or anything, but I mean that just shouldn't happen, should it?
I think you look from the start of the first goal to the moment the 4th goal hits the back of the net. You can look at a load of things with goals, build-up play, the final mistake, and this is the modern age now. We all look back, the players included, and certainly the manager demands that. Tomorrow or Thursday we'll go through the goals with the players and look at the things we could have done better offensively as well. So all round, yeah, we're always going to be underdogs. Is our priority the league? Yes. Are we disappointed to get knocked out of the FA Cup? Definitely, because a lot of people came here tonight and it'd been great to give them another round in the FA Cup, but sadly not to be.
No Joe Quigley tonight. What's the story there?
It's a bit of a bug, and a bit of a bug. A few of the lads have had a cold and shaking it off. Sadly, Joe couldn't do that. Really bad fever and what have you. So he was unavailable tonight. Obviously, we're hoping he'll be back for training Thursday to be available for Notts County.
Did that change the game plan slightly, having to put Schmanger on up front? Oh, it's dangerous himself, but Quigley has been playing regular basis.
Yeah, no, I think the manager's plan was to play cabs all along, as was it with a few others. We've got a good squad to choose from, and if we'd won tonight, it would have all been the right decision. And you know, as it stands, you've lost the game, and the shirts are now up for grabs for everyone. Not because of performances, but when you lose 4-0, you've got to say, well, okay, going to the next game, you know, the manager and us as staff have got a clean slate to work from, and we've got to pick the best team that beats Notts County, because we're going to have a full house. And those supporters, I'm sure, will be there again singing their heart out, and we've got to give them something to cheer again and get back to winning ways.
It's been such a lovely cup run as well, and it's been an added bonus for the side this year. Is this the reward for it, really, I suppose? I
think so. You know, listen, it's great that the supporters come and everyone has a night out here, and ideally you win. They don't want to go home losing 4-0. I think the highlight of the FA Cup has been the first game against these. The home game in the last minute and the way we played, and so that's a memory. I always say football's about creating memories. I don't think this is a memory that anyone will carry forward, apart from everyone had a night at West Brom. But ultimately it's about us getting those 3 points against Notts County and creating the biggest memory of all, which is getting promotion.
Yeah, just a quick turnaround to that. You've got you might have Joe Quigley back if he's recovered from his bug, but you've got Ryan Colclough to add to that game as well, and that's another addition to the squad in what is such a big game.
Yeah, exactly. We put this to bed now. Ryan's going to be available for selection. I personally, obviously, the manager has seen a lot more of him than I have for working with him, but I've seen him train already what he can potentially bring, and I can tell the supporters that they can get excited if he brings that to the Technique Stadium on a match day. So whether he plays or not, we'll see. But it's great to have him for selection.
I don't think there's many tickets left, but is the message to the fans just get down there because it's going to be a cracking atmosphere?
Yeah, they always do. I said to someone the other day, we play Tuesday night home to Dagenham, we get 7,000 in there who sing their hearts out. So the fact there's a couple of thousand more is probably due to Notts County bringing some. Our fans don't suddenly just turn up from nowhere because we're doing well. They've been here all season, so fair play to them. We know they'll get behind us, and we've got to give them something to sing about Saturday.